passing over to the other side has a lot of meanings. You understand, the primary thing we think about is we're going to die. We're no longer going to be in the world anymore, so we're passing over to the other side. But every day of your life, you're passing over to the other side. Every time you step into the unknown, every time you try to grow, every time a cycle completes itself inside you, there is a death and rebirth. You are passing over to the other side. You know, there is a final passing over, but 24 hours a day, in the life of every human being, they are undergoing change. And every time something shifts and changes inside you, you're passing over to the other side. You're stepping into unknown territory. You're stepping into the world where there's the highest levels of creativity that you can use for your life. So if you wait until you leave the world to pass over to the other side, it's just foolish. When you can do that 24 hours a day, you know, by using your energy consciously, by working on yourself, by using every opportunity to change as a way to develop yourself and to get closer to your spiritual enlightenment. And if you do this every day, the fear of passing over to the other side will just fall away. Because the only difference between the other side and this side is probably a human being's heart is not opened. I really mean that. I mean, when your heart's open, there's love in you, there's no other side, for God's sake. When you finally are living a joyous and happy life, you're an enlightened person. So what other side? You're truly with God. And when you're with God, there's no other side. You know, there's just energy, spirit. And I believe that once a human being learns to be truly happy on this planet, there is no other side. There's no life and there's no more death. There's no opposites. There are no conflicts anymore. You know, we have gotten as close as we can possibly get to living in some kind of paradisical state. And that's love. That's joy. That's happiness. That's truly attaining the highest level of success that is possible to attain on this earth. An open heart, to be a happy person. When you attain that, there's no more life and death. When you're living a spiritual life, there's no more religion. You know, you don't need dogma anymore. Everything around you is a manifestation of God. And you can't recognize that everything around you is a manifestation of God if your heart is closed. If you're not really living with the love, with the joy that you were born here and deservedly should live with in your life. Every human being should live that way. I make no pretense at coming up with any of this stuff I talk about. I really don't. I cannot take the blame. I mean, when you're being used this way, the energy just comes and it teaches you what you got to learn at the moment. And I and all of us needed to learn that. It came and did its thing. Okay, if there are no more questions, then God bless you all. I mean, I have enormous respect for anybody that can sit through a weekend like this. I really do. I do nothing but bow down to all of you. And I mean that out of the greatest humility in my heart, that you could sit through a weekend and do this kind of work. God bless you. Thank you. And God bless that Rudi gave us this work.